Welcome! In this explainer, we're going to dive into how to unlock your brain's true potential. We're going to break down the science of why we get stuck, and more importantly, how we can consciously build a brain that's actually wired for achievement.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with a question that probably hits home for a lot of us, especially if you're in your late 20s or 30s. You know you're capable of more, but it feels like something is holding you back. It's a super common feeling, but the answer might not be where you think it is.
You know, the source of this friction, it probably isn't your work ethic. And it's not your ambition. It's actually a specific part of your brain. The real key to breaking through and crushing your goals lies in strengthening a critical area called the prefrontal cortex. But before we can strengthening it, we kind of need to understand the internal tug-of-war that's happening inside our own minds. And as you can see here, we're really talking about two competing forces that are constantly fighting for control. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. On one side, you've got what we call the reactor. That's your limbic system. It's all about emotion, impulse, immediate reactions. It's the part of you that falls in love or instantly jumps into fight or flight mode. On the other side, you have the CEO, your prefrontal cortex. This is the logical, planning, decision-making part of you, the boss.
And this is the perfect way to think about it. It's a seesaw. If your emotional reactor brain is constantly firing off, you're reacting to traffic, getting angry at an email, feeling threatened, your logical CEO brain literally can't get a word in. It gets suppressed. To achieve your goals, you need the CEO to be in charge.
So this brings up a really crucial question, right? Is the strength of our CEO brain decided way back when we were kids? Are we just hardwired to be a certain way because of our childhood? Well, let's take a look at the timeline. Our brains go through these really critical development periods. The first one is from birth to age 3. This is where the foundation is laid at an absolutely incredible speed. Then there's a second chance in our teens, which is a key time for building habits. But for a lot of us, the most important window is right now, what's called our prime time, where we can consciously grab the steering wheel.
And just to give you a sense of scale, look at this number, 700. That's how many new connections are forming every single second in a child's brain. It's astronomical. This is exactly why those early years are so foundational. The seeds of our prefrontal cortex strength are planted way, way back then.
So the obvious question here is, okay, if you're past those first two big windows, is that it? Is your fate just sealed? Did you miss your chance to build that strong, powerful CEO brain?
Well, I've got great news. The answer to that question is a powerful, definitive no. It is never too late. As we're about to see, science has given us this beautiful gift that makes change possible no matter how old you are. And that gift has a name, neuroplasticity. It's the brain's amazing, incredible ability to change and adapt. It means you are not hardwired. You don't have to be a victim of your genes or your upbringing. You can actively build new pathways in your brain.
This quote really says it all. The moment you make a conscious decision, the moment you commit to strengthening your prefrontal cortex, the journey starts. It is 100% possible. So how do we actually do it?
Okay, this is the crucial part, right? Moving from knowing this stuff to actually doing it. So let's get into the practical, actionable steps you can take to start building your CEO brain like today. So step 1, and this is the most important, awareness. You can't fix what you can't see. So at the end of each day, just do a simple little audit. Look back at your emotions, your actions, your gut reactions. Ask yourself, honestly, was I operating from my calm, logical CEO brain or my reactive, emotional limbic system? This is going to give you your baseline. Now, once you're aware of your patterns, the next step is active training. It's just like going to the gym to build a bicep. You need to do exercises that strengthen your prefrontal cortex. And a big part of this is learning to control your brainwaves. Specifically, what we want to do is encourage certain types of brain activity. These are brainwaves called alpha and theta. You can think of these as the brainwaves of calm, creativity, and deep focus. And the good news is, the exercises for this are surprisingly simple. Things like just closing your eyes for a minute, practicing meditation, listening to certain kinds of music. It all helps. And this is a big one. You have to manage your environment. Our brains have these things called mirror neurons, which means we subconsciously mimic the emotional state of the people around us. If you're in a stressful, angry environment, your brain will mirror that stress. It's almost impossible to build a calm, focused mind in that kind of setting.
At the same time, you've got to stop doing the things that are working against you. I mean, you can't build a new house on a crumbling foundation, right? This means letting go of the habits that keep your brain stuck in that high-stress beta state. We're talking about things like alcohol, nicotine, and way too much caffeine. They're all actively undermining your efforts to build that CEO brain. You have to let go of the hot coal to stop your hand from getting burned.
So there you have it. You've got the science, you've got the why, and you've got the plan. You now know that you have the power to literally rewire your mind for success. So the only question left is, what's the first small change you're going to make starting today?